Okay, I'm recording.
Oh yeah, it's very
I'm recording
short,
the call, by the way.
It's very short.
So,
It's kind of like your
fucking
penis,
go.
like how short it is.
Wow, okay. I see this is
God.
war now.
It is,
Got
'cause you've been away for like an hour.
Yeah, I know. Ah, yes. The joys.
Hey, I want to fucking start.
Yeah, I know, your internet is
Alright,
really
start. It's your
fucking
damn
terrible. Wait, we're not ready yet. I haven't, my pod video hasn't thing. Wait till there's like a few more people.
Yes, your hair is tame again. I'm so happy.
You realize he has to work today.
Oh yeah, good point.
I don't know how many times I've said it.
Yeah, I know, I forget these things. It's fine.
Hey, I'm just going.
Alright, do you want to lead off? Because you sound pretty shitty right now.
Do I?
Yeah, like your internet is making you sound horrible right now. Let me record you.
Okay.
Okay. You're sounding bad.
Hello,
What?
Freeze.
Okay, not much better,
Hello?
but we'll go with it.
At least you're understandable. That's fine. Just go.
What? Hold on. I'm gonna just reconnect my internet and then call me back.
Alright.
I
Yay!
think that as a pre-podcast warm-up exercise, we should count the number of fibers in our carpet before we start.
Great idea, Ferris.
Oh my God, it's Eric Lopez.
Oh my god, it's Quandrarian 6.
Hey, look, Quando Ren 66.
Wow, that was quick. Why did you seriously disconnect your internet and reconnect it that quickly?
I have an Ethernet cord.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you peasant.
Jeez.
Oh dear.
Alright.
Is it better?
Yeah, it's much better. Jesus.
Okay.
There's a guy called 5Gag in here. Oh my god. Oh Jesus.
So, can I go then?
Yeah, let's.
Yeah, go ahead.
Fuck you. Not a thing. Not a thing. Jesus. Okay, are we going? Are we? This is the.
All right, everybody, welcome to 2.5 Gamers. My name is Nine Fiber. Joined today by MBZ, Fizzy Stardust, and
I can't
Ferris
even.
And
here.
fuck my life.
And yeah,
We're so organized, guys.
it's been a while.
It's been a while.
We're finally back.
It's been like
and
1,000 millennia.
I'm forcing this to start because Nubs is a fucking retard.
I didn't do anything! Fizz didn't even think
That's the
record
point.
today! Fizz was like, oh, we're recording Herpa Derpa, I was gonna work.
Because you've been away for like a million years.
I've been away, where have I been away to?
I have no idea. But
Okay.
I haven't talked to you in like a month.
I know, what was
Alright, NBC, Fizz and I have had like at least 3 conversations about how you just need to get your head out of your ass.
Okay,
And be
wow.
on Skype.
Alright, okay, Jesus.
Because you're at home watching Passions or whatever, and it's just not cool anymore.
Okay, sure.
I don't even feel like you love us anymore. I feel like we've begun drifting apart.
Really though? Okay, sure.
He thinks he's big time now because he got a haircut.
Oh, fuck you. Okay, are we gonna just
Don't tell your subscribers that you got a haircut. They'll
Oh,
all
I
leave.
know, they'll all murder me. Jesus Christ, I can't let them know that. Jeez.
So hey
Don't let
Jake, what have you been
Biscuit
playing
know
this
either.
week?
He's the one who said you had the greatest hair.
Okay, yeah, I know. TV's like, okay, that's your
Oh yeah,
I just cut off my selling point, guys. Go me.
you did.
Yeah.
Now you're gonna lose.
There
10,000
goes
subs.
all of his subscribers, and he even posted it on Twitter.
Yeah. Oh, what an idiot.
It's fine.
You better buy
So
a
about
pig.
video games.
Anyway. Yeah. Sorry, okay, what do we... Jake, do you want to...
Jake, what have you been playing this week? Or
What
no,
have I-
wait, this month. Whatever.
I haven't really been playing anything because I just moved again. I moved into my new apartment. I haven't had a whole lot of time to play much, but I
but
got
what
two-
were you playing right before we talked about the podcast today?
League of Legends. But that doesn't count.
Boom!
On every podcast. Guaranteed. Guaranteed.
No, I purposely avoid talking about it because of you fuckers.
Wow. Okay.
What about you two? Have you done anything productive?
But, well, maybe, kind of, sort of.
Alright, Zed, what have you been playing?
Okay, well, what I've been playing recently, I guess, in terms of stuff that I'm not LPing, although technically I am LPing it because I just like nailing 2 birds with 1 stone, is... Okay,
He
no.
likes nailing birds.
Fuck.
Boom, got him.
Call the SPCA.
Okay, can we? Alright. Fuck me. Alright, so, I've been playing Uncharted 3. If you, I think I talked about this a bit on the Facebook and stuff, but I found Uncharted 3 for 20 quid. And the thing that was really important to me about Uncharted 3 is I wanted to get it new. First of all, because I got Uncharted 1 and 2 both, pre-owned, both used copies, and I wasn't really giving any of my money to Naughty Dog, and I kind of thought they deserved it, so that was kind of one reason. Another reason is Uncharted 3 is a newer game, and therefore it's part of the sort of system where Sony makes you get a network pass if you don't buy it new. So if you buy it used, you have to go onto the Sony store and pay $7.99 for a network pass, which basically allows you to play online. So basically, I wouldn't have been able to play online without getting this network pass if I got it used, and I could only find it used for about 20 quid anyway, so I saw it new for 20 quid, I was like, okay, I get the network pass and everything, and it's new, and Naughty Dog get their money, and everything's good. So I did that, got the game, and I really wanted to start playing it, but then I was like, I want to LP this, and I was like, I want to LP this blind. So, seeing as I had my PVR here, and I wanted to kind of just start an LP with the PVR and get that going, I have been playing through Uncharted 3, and I've been recording myself as I go. I'm currently about maybe 3.5 hours in. I've about 40% through the game, apparently, according to the statistics, and I am enjoying it a lot. I mean, it's very, very much like the previous games, more so like 2, because you're kind of jumping between locations and stuff. A lot more of that going on. Obviously, a lot more sort of story-driven stuff. They're really pushing the boat out on this game. Definitely, you can tell the production values are higher. Visually, it looks even better. The faces and sort of those sort of things are much more clear, and the lip syncing and the voice acting is still as great as it always has been. But I like most of all the fact that they're kind of concentrating more on the relationship between Drake and Sully, because even though you can tell that they've got this good relationship throughout the first 2 games, I kind of was surprised at how little interaction they had in Uncharted 2. Like, there's a lot of Uncharted 2 is sort of Drake and Elena doing things and Sully's doing something else. Even in the first game, Sully's not there for most of it. But this game so far, for the first 3.5 hours, Drake and Sully have been alongside each other most of the time, and there's lots of sort of backstory with that, of course, like, not really spoilers, but at the very beginning of the game, you play a segment of the game where Drake is, I think, 14 years old, and so you're playing a young version of him, and you meet Sully when he's like 30 or whatever, and you kind of learn how they met each other, and how their sort of, friendship started, and how they got, into all this tomb raiding action, essentially. So it's really cool, actually. I do like that they're concentrating on that part of the story, and it's very enjoyable so far, and it's going to be good LP stuff, so I'm going to be able to release episodes of that throughout August. I'm going to start uploading on the 1st of August, and basically go throughout the month every day with an episode. I've recorded 14 episodes so far, so that's like 2 weeks of content already, ready to ship out, so I'm pretty happy about that, getting prepared with the LPs for once in my life, so that's good. And I'm pretty sure that that's most of what I've been playing. I've been playing some other random shit on my iPhone, because the thing is with these iPhone games, I just don't really count them as games. I just count them as things to do, like brainless activity when I have nothing better to do. It's like Temple Run. It's just you just do it. It's just there and you do it. I don't really count them as games, but they're just things that happen, right? So I've been doing some of that, but apart from that, really not too much. Apart from things and such and stuff. So yay, look at me with my words. I'm great. Anyway, that's me, Uncharted 3. I'll report back on it when I've finished it, which should be pretty soon. So there you go. And yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So, for me, my Xbox it still doesn't exist anymore on this realm.
Mm.
So I've been playing things a lot less. I kind of picked up, Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2 again.
Oh yeah.
MUZ and I played it a little bit together.
Uh-huh.
And then I've been playing it a lot more because
You
I'm
like
just
to pull
feeling
each
like
other?
shooting people in the face all day. Because Jake talks at me, and he just pisses me off.
Oh man.
JK, what did you
I
say,
hate
Jake?
you.
Yeah.
What did you say?
So do you like playing with each other?
Yeah, we
Oh,
do.
you know it.
Yeah, all the time, every day.
Oh, God.
Fucker.
Sometimes I play with his, sometimes he plays with mine, we trade off.
We trade. It's great. It's a good
Like
time.
that's just a whore.
So I've
He
been
nails
playing that.
birds, plays the biz,
Okay.
fucks the goat.
Jesus. Can we?
I-
He just makes the rounds.
Okay. Yep.
I've been playing a little bit of the Japanese version of Black and White 2 for Pokemon. And then is that it?
Oh, I played that too.
I played that
Yeah.
too. It was boring as always.
Oh, okay, yeah. Everyone bandwagon on me.
Yeah. Pretty much.
I think that's pretty much everything. I played League of Legends once with Jake, and I did good.
Mhm.
That's it.
That's cool.
I have
Also,
no
because
comment.
Faris is here. Faris, what are you doing?
Well, just now I was kind of thinking about the fact that if I kept my hands stretched open for the rest of my life, would those like foldy wrinkle lines on my palms go away?
Interesting. Faris is interesting.
Speaking of weird things, have you guys ever stood in a doorway and like pressed your hands against like the frame, and then when you walk
Speaking of
out,
weird things,
it makes your arms raise above your head?
Yes, I know that trick. Yes. It's cool.
It's so weird. It's
I
like a
don't-
ghost.
speaking of things, have you guys seen MVZ's new haircut?
Okay, can we just move on? Okay. Anyway, fuck you, Japan. We want this. Isn't a thing because we haven't got anything because we're useless. And go us.
Well, someone's useless.
Monster Hunter 4 is coming out next year.
Okay, yeah, that's
So
cool.
fuck you, Japan. We want that.
Yeah, apparently.
All right, good segment, guys. Herald and News more time. Let's go.
Herald and News, mar.
So the big news. We'll start with
Herald
the big
News more goes to Zed's asshole.
Okay, wow.
Yeah,
Fuck.
much everything goes into this asshole though, so it's not a big surprise.
Can we? Okay.
Cause like White Castle, it sounds.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
So
Sorry, Jake.
this is something that MVZ kind of showed me because I wasn't really looking for news at the time. But there's a new
Twitter,
console.
basically, that alerted me to this, but yeah.
There's a new console that's going to be coming out. It's called Ouya.
Booyah!
Booyah!
And it is going to be an Android-based console available for very cheap. They on their Kickstarter, they're basically confirming that it's going to be like $100.
Yeah.
And the cool thing about this console is everything on it is either going to be free to play or free to try. So they put out this Kickstarter. They got way more money than they needed to do to ship this thing out. I think they're at 3.5 something million.
They're
They needed
more.
Incorrect. They're over 4 million. 4.1 million. Right now.
yesterday when I saw it, they were like 3.7 million.
3.1 when I talked to you about it. They were at.
Yeah,
So,
they're at 4.1.
There's like 28 or 27 days left for this thing, so
Yeah.
they're going to make more and more money. I think this is great.
It's
Not only
unbelievable.
for the fact that, you look at a console right now, $299 is like $300 is cheap compared to what I grew up with having to pay for consoles,
Mhm.
but $99 for a console and everything's going to be free to play or free to try. That's pretty impressive, I have to say.
Yeah.
And I know I'm pretty excited having seen all of this.
Mhm.
What do you guys think so far?
It's definitely interesting. I mean, it's the first time really in a very long time that the sort of standard three companies have been seeing some kind of competition, like real competition in terms of the game console market. And I think that it's going to be a big threat, mainly because it's kind of just addressed to the gamers themselves. Apparently this console is hackable, as it were, so it's appealing to those people who like modding things on the PC. Like, it's a moddable console, essentially. Like, and they've built it to be that. They want people to mess around with it. They want people to kind of, do whatever the hell they want and change things.
Yeah, and it doesn't break warranty, which is the most important part.
Exactly, it doesn't break the warranty, so people
Well, they
can do what
want
they like with
us to actually
Yeah.
hack it, modify
Yeah.
it. They want us to do
Mhm.
that, which is great.
Exactly. So that's fantastic for those people, and I mean, the real big kicker is the price point. $100 is a fantastic price for a console. This is easily the reason why so many people have signed up for it. It's the price point, the offering of the hackable stuff, the fact that things are free to try, and I'm not sure if everything will be free to play. I'm not.
No,
quite
they
sure.
won't. They're trying to get AAA titles as well. There's
Yeah.
no way that they'll offer those for free to play.
Yeah, of course not.
But they will have demos, of course, so you can decide which games you want to buy. I'm assuming they're going to have all online store stuff, so everything will be done on, say, the Android market or something very similar to it. Maybe they'll make their own Ouya network, whatever.
This could potentially, I mean, most likely they might have a hard drive with it, but I think most likely they're just going to go with a cloud-based storage system. I mean,
it does have a hard drive.
It does have a hard drive? Okay, well, I mean, even then, I'm pretty sure that they'll have cloud integration at some level, because that makes sense for this kind of thing. The controller looks okay, I guess. It looks pretty...
the controller's pretty standard.
It's pretty
One
standard.
of the cool things, I think, with it is the fact that it does have that touchpad on it, similar to a laptop trackpad.
Yeah.
Because they want to get a lot of the Android market games on there, those little flash games and such on there. And a lot of those will just be ported over and keep their touch screen controls, so that way you can still use those, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it kind of looks like a PS3 controller in the setup of it, but you've got the obvious touchpad in the middle and stuff, and your dual analogs and things. So it's
dual analogs, the 4 buttons. There should be like at least 2 triggers.
Yeah, probably at least. One
of the cool things with this,
standard looking.
Yeah. But what I think is really cool about this, because it's on the Android network, you're going to be able to use all of your Android apps with it. You're going to be able to watch, Twitch.tv and things of this nature. So if you want to watch a stream without having a second monitor on your computer, you can do that. And they just wanted to get a new TV console, and I love what I'm seeing from this.
It is. It's really good. It's just, it almost seems too good to be true, if you know what I mean. Like, I'm not quite sure how solid their business model is going to be on this, like, how much they're going to be selling games for and all that sort of stuff, and how much it'll be downloadable. Will they just use, I'm pretty sure it's all going to be download based, because I'm not sure how they'd do it at retail in terms of, like, discs.
No, I'm thinking everything's going to be done on the Android market.
Yeah.
Fizz sent me a survey of, like, of games that people want to see on there, and I'm looking at it. A lot of these are very cheap games. You're seeing Terraria, you're seeing Minecraft, Limbo, Bastion on there. Those are both $10 games.
Super Meat Boy.
They have a couple of Super Meat Boy. They have a couple of big name games. Skyrim's on there. They have Mass Effect, Battlefield. Then they have
Battletoads.
They have games like League of Legends on there too, which I have no idea how they would do it.
That's crazy, but I mean, they have the touchpad, so it makes sense, right? So
no, you would have to have keyboard and mouse.
You need a keyboard. But they do have a USB port on in the console. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's very customizable like that. So
yeah, and I have a feeling that if it doesn't have keyboard and mouse, I don't see a lot, if any, of these games being ported over until the companies kind of establish themselves.
Yeah.
Because, they're a Kickstarter company, which is great. I'm very happy for what they've done. But I'm sure a lot of AAA companies are going to be very cautious about making a port for a new console, especially if they are a PC game that required, keyboard and mouse controls.
Right.
Torchlight was on there that I saw. It's a great game for like $15. But I don't see Runic making another port for it, especially when they're putting all their effort into their Torchlight 2 release, etc., etc.
No, there's lots of potential for this. I think the main issue with, obviously all their games are going to have to be third party, unless the Android guys or whatever. I don't even know who's in control of this console. Like, who's it owned by? What is the actual company? Is Ouya the name of the company? Like, there's nothing to do with...
It is, hold on, it is, the designer who's done it is, Yves Bahar. He is the Fuse Project guy.
Right.
So I have a feeling that they're kind of taking the lead with it.
Okay, but it's not, like, technically their thing. Like, I'm not really sure as to who it's owned by.
They're going to be
who are the actual company
as their.
They're using the Android marketplace, but they're a separate company and they're their own entity, as it were.
The Android games are basically going to be their first party.
Right.
Kind of
so
stuff,
that's going to be their first party kind of stuff, which is, I guess, the worst thing about it is the fact that it's going to have to rely on third party stuff. As you can see, like, from the other
if it's successful, it won't have to.
But if you're looking at the other 3 consoles, a lot of the really successful games on those consoles are the first-party titles, the exclusive games, and this console doesn't seem like it's going to have any of those sort of AAA first-party sort of things right now.
It has price and convenience, though.
It has price and convenience, and I mean, for all means, that's a big thing. I mean, there are lots of people,
huge thing.
Lots of people who want to play these sorts of things that can't afford them, and I think this lowering the barrier to entry, really.
If you look at the pledges, I mean, one of them's already sold out, but the $99 or more one.
Yeah.
If you think about it, it's $99. You get the console. You get like all the previous rewards. They just ask that you send another $20 for shipping and handling, which is reasonable, and
if you're outside of the
$30 for a
US.
controller.
Yeah,
if you're outside the US.
I was wondering this as well because it seems.
And then the controller's only $30. I mean, if you think about like.
I don't
controllers like for Xbox like $50.
I don't know specifics on this as to whether the console's going to be region free or whatever because I'm a bit wary as to whether if I ordered one, would it be able to work on a UK TV? Like, would that be an issue? Because they say you're adding $20 for
it will.
But I'm not sure as to. I mean, have they said that anywhere?
It's at the bottom. There's a frequently asked questions at the very bottom of their Kickstarter. Mm-hmm. It's actually very informative. Last question is actually, will it work outside the U.S.? Yes. Their gaming is global, and so they plan
multiple voltages, your own adapter.
Okay, that's fantastic. Yeah. I mean, that's
and
really
the only thing they said is if a developer won't have a game in a certain country, that's the developer, not the console.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, this all sounds great. Now, the thing is it going to actually be able to be pulled off in the end? I mean, they have the money for it, right? But, I mean,
absolutely.
You have to be wise with that money. You have to be able to know what you're doing. I'm not sure how experienced these guys are, but they seem to have a lot.
Incredibly experienced.
They have a lot of experienced people on board. Like, them as a company, I wouldn't be too sure, but they do have lots of experienced people on board, so I'm sure they're going to be able to make a success of it, and I'm very interested to see what they do with it. But the real question is, like, are you going to put up your $99? Are you going to go for it? Are you going to dive in straight away now, or are you going to wait for it, see what happens? What's the consensus with you guys?
If I had $99 to spare, I probably would drop it. Mm-hmm. Because I like the look of things. Call me just whatever you want. Sure, this isn't the final design. I love their menu. It's just so simplistic in its design that it just looks appealing to me. Mm-hmm. And I think what they've got going here is pretty good. And if I could afford to drop $99, probably could.
Yeah.
And just say, it's, you know what, the end of the day, for that $99, I'm sure that I could get my enjoyment out of it if the things that are on it are free to play, etc. Mm-hmm. Or, just if I just want to use it as to do, Twitch TV on my TV because I don't have a second monitor right now, I could make a use for it where that $99 is exactly perfectly well spent. Mm-hmm. And they are saying it will support HDMI, so it's already higher quality than the Wii, and it's like $100.
Yeah. Pretty much, if first and foremost, I need to get an Xbox back because that's my thing.
Yeah.
But if I had, let's say in perfect world, mine didn't break, I still have my Xbox. $99, I probably would get it. I don't know if I'd back it necessarily right now.
Yeah.
I might wait until I get a launch list. Uh-huh. As soon as I see the launch list, I'd probably make that decision right then and there. But again, $99.
One game that's going to be on it.
Okay.
For 100% sure, Mojang is committed that Minecraft will be on the Ouya.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I saw that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's cool. That's cool. But yeah, I would just like to see like a launch list, and then I'd probably make that decision.
Yeah,
I'd love to hold the controller in my hand.
Yeah,
also,
I agree. Yeah, I want to kind of feel what it's like.
I think it looks a little funky. I mean, it's really typical with like the button system and everything, but the way it looks, it just looks kind of funky to hold. Mm-hmm. But that doesn't necessarily mean anything because the GameCube controller looked really weird, but it's actually really comfortable and kind of fits well.
One of the most comfortable controllers, yeah. GameCube.
So, yeah, but absolutely, I'm still gonna be really interested in it. Mm-hmm. probably won't buy it right at launch, but I'm definitely gonna have my eye out.
Yeah, I'm on the same boat, really. I mean, I would do it straight away, and I have the money to do so. I'm kind of wary of it, and I'm not sure what's going to happen with it. I don't even know. I mean, there's no guarantee with a Kickstarter that it will be successfully implemented. We don't even know what's happening with the Double Fine game right now. I think they're probably posting updates on it and stuff, but I mean, nothing from the gaming community from a Kickstarter has actually come to fruition as of yet. So I'm just kind of waiting on it and to seeing like how much this is going to actually impact it.
I think the most exciting part about this is how good everything looks so far. They're really far along already, having built it and everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and
I think
their goal was only
the money for it was mass production.
Yeah.
Their goal was $950,000. They now have 4.1 million.
Yeah,
which is over 4 times as much as they want.
Oh, I think it's the biggest amount raised on Kickstarter so far.
You'd have to be a dum-dum not to get this right.
In terms of a gaming thing, it is.
Wasteland 2 and Tim Schafer both highly surpassed this.
No. Tim Schafer has already been passed, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. No. He had like 10 million.
He didn't have 10 million. It wasn't 10 million. I can guarantee it wasn't 10 million. That's astronomical. That's ridiculous. It was not 10 million. I'm pretty sure that it's already past that. I think he was about 3 million, 3 point something. But I think you're slightly exaggerating, but I might be wrong. I'm pretty sure it is around 3 million. I'm pretty sure they've surpassed it at this point. But that's pretty much that, I guess. I mean, it's a very interesting thing. We're definitely going to keep an eye on it and see what goes around with it and see what happens. But until it actually has a solid release date and is actually, out there for the general public, then we can't really say anything about it. So, yes. Are we going to move on? Or are you Googling, frugling right now?
Move on.
No, we can keep going.
Okay. What's the next thing we want to jump to?
Let's get it out of the way. Let's get the 3DS XL out of the way.
Yeah.
Out the way? What do you mean out the way?
Out the way.
It's really not that important, let's face it.
It's kind of big though, isn't it,
Not really. You shot down 720 rumors to talk about the 3DS.
I said it's kind of big, as in it's kind of big.
Not even rumors, linked information.
Leaked information. Yeah, anyway. Anyway, 3DS XL. That got announced, I think, between the time we did podcast. It's been so long now that I can't even remember. But yeah, it got announced. It was a Nintendo Direct event, and they were basically... The funniest thing about this is the fact that before the Nintendo Direct happened, there was an interview posted on IGN with Miyamoto, and Miyamoto was saying, it might be in translation error, and people have kind of speculated on this, he was saying, we're not working on any sort of additions to the 3DS hardware. Like, he said that the 3DS was fine as it was, and that they are working towards a new handheld, like the successor to the 3DS. And basically, straight after that interview was put up online, they did the Nintendo Direct, and they're like, oh, wait a second, here's 3DS XL. Yeah, we didn't say that. Miyamoto was wrong. Yep, here it is. Hi. And everyone was like, wait, what are you doing? Why didn't you show this at E3? Like, what? You literally showed bullshit at E3.
No, hold on.
Okay.
You just said literally.
Yes, because...
What is wrong with you, MBZ?
Because you people have indoctrinated me. It's not my fault. Anyway, literally, sorry, they should have, this is something that people like, they should have shown this at E3, what are they doing? I think the main reason for that is probably, production line, and they wouldn't have been able to get enough units there to E3 at that point in time. I mean, to be able to show it in Nintendo Direct really only requires you to have 1 or 2 units just to kind of show it off on the screen, and you don't have like hundreds of journalists coming to play it, so... I guess that's maybe a reason, but it is going to be released. It is going to, I think it's been confirmed to be able to run DS games and to run them in a good resolution or in their native resolution, because if you've ever played a DS game on the 3DS, it looks absolutely fucking horrible. It looks terrible. So hopefully that will fix that problem. With the much bigger screens, you'll be able to run it in sort of the DS screen size. I still think it won't fill the whole screen, but it'll be in its native resolution, and it will look just as good as it would on a normal DS.
Are you going to get one?
Question is, who's going to buy this? And,
I have a question.
And I think that there are going to be
How dare you not let Ferris ask a question?
Ask your question, Ferris. Go ahead.
I was just wondering, does it have the same resolution as the normal 3DS, just the screen is bigger?
As far as I can tell, I think that the resolution is the same. It may be larger, but I'm not really sure as to how good games look. Is basically that's the main thing you want to know, right? How good games are going to look on it. And according to lots of people who've had sort of hands-on time with it, people in Japan, it looks amazing. It looks really crisp and very nice, and the bigger screens make it much better. For games like 3D Land, for games like Kid Icarus Uprising, those games that look really good on the 3DS as it is, those games are enhanced and they look a lot better apparently on the bigger screen, so that's kind of a good thing. The other nice thing about it is it's been redesigned slightly. The design is not as sort of sandwichy as lots of people call the 3DS, like this three-layered, three-tiered sandwich.
You called it that.
So many people. It was a phrase that went around.
I've never heard it called sandwich.
Okay, you obviously don't read enough gaming sites or listen to enough podcasts, but that's
just real gaming sites. All
no,
right.
look.
Oh,
wow, okay.
shit.
Okay. You mean like Kotaku, right? Kotaku's a real gaming site, right, Jake? Right?
Oh.
Fuck you.
Okay. But yeah, the 3DS XL, it's got a much more clean design. It's coming in 3 colors, I think, in red, in silver, and in blue.
I care so much about that.
Oh, you do? You got to know the colors, man. The colors are all important. Silver one probably looks the best, in my opinion. And it's much more sort of rounded on the edges. I think it's got slightly different slider and the buttons are a bit more clicky or whatever. That's the general like system.
Where's the second circle pad?
Everybody.
All I want to know.
Okay, right. Let me tear your fucking argument apart. Okay, so
Everything's a little bit more clicky.
What would Nintendo do if they put a second circle pad on the system? Here's what they do. They'd segment their own market. They would give another fuck you to people who bought the original 3DS, who are already pissed off, firstly because of the original price point, which was far too high, secondly because the system was not well designed, it was poorly designed, and has lots of design issues, and thirdly, because fuck you. But anyway...
Alright, so here's the bigger fuck you. They just made a system that, like, has 0 changes to it, except for the bigger.
It doesn't have 0 changes, though. The design is much...
Okay, I'm sorry, the buttons are more clicky.
No, that's not... Okay, I'm not saying that that's any big deal, but the design is much improved.
I personally prefer squishy buttons.
Yeah, I prefer squishy. That's
like
why I like
the DS Lite,
I like the DS Lite. I prefer the DS Lite, let's be honest here. Anyway, the stream just died, Fizz. So, yay. Anyway, moving swiftly onwards...
More clicky.
Yes, moving swiftly onwards, essentially, if Nintendo had given the 3DS XL a second circle pad, they would have just been screwing themselves, okay? It doesn't make sense to do so. First of all, there are lots of people who want a 3DS just as a portable device that they can carry around easily. The XL is a mammoth of a device. It will take a lot of, baggage? No.
Room.
It will.
Room. I think room is the word you're looking for.
Room. It takes up a fuckload of room, which means that it's very difficult to transport around. Now, if they made it
That's
exclusively...
kind of the purpose of a handheld.
Yes, I know, but okay. The original purpose of the DSi XL was to appeal to older people, right? Who couldn't really see well because they're like all blind and shit. That was the original purpose of the DSi XL. It was marketed at the older generation. But
You'd be a horrible Nintendo rep.
The thing that Nintendo found with the DSi is that it was selling mostly to younger gamers, much sort of younger children. And so that's kind of where their market is aimed at this time. And the problem in general is that they can't put a second circle pad on it because it wouldn't be contingent with the original 3DS model, and therefore there would be a segmentation in the market. Some people would have it, some people wouldn't. People would be pissed off. What would Nintendo have to do? They'd have to essentially
You know what they would have to do?
They'd have to essentially
sell more units, because
they would not sell
circle pads.
No, okay. Tell me honestly, how many games on a Nintendo system require a second analog control? Because as far as I can recall, there's only about 2 or 3. Resident Evil...
Require or need it because it would be awesome?
Well, what do you need it for? The reason that dual analog is necessary is for first-person shooters. How many first-person shooters are there ever on a Nintendo console? Hardly any. It's essentially a completely useless thing to have because they don't need...
Then why even make games that need it?
Because of third parties. Nintendo themselves do not make those kind of games. If they want to appeal to third parties, they have to have it. The only reason the 3DS Circle Pad Pro exists in the first place is because of third parties. Third parties asked for it. The Monster Hunter guys, I think it's Capcom, isn't it, who do Monster Hunter?
Yes.
They came to Nintendo, essentially, and were like, yo, dudes, let's give you exclusivity on Monster Hunter 4, but just do this little thing for us, right? Give us a second Circle Pad, okay?
I would tell them to go fuck themselves.
No, because Nintendo will make millions! They will roll in the money they make from Monster Hunter 4.
Then they should just open up the market. Why wouldn't they just open up the market to make 1 billion games with 2 freaking Circle Pads? It would be way better games that they already have.
I've already said why it is completely stupid for them to do a second Circle Pad added on to...
But I think you're wrong.
Okay, you can think that as much as you like, but...
Okay, wait, hold on. Let me rephrase that. I know you're wrong.
No. This is not...
Ferris, what do you think on the matter?
I think that if Nintendo wanted to sort of change, maybe sort of move forward or innovate the kind of games they make to require a second Circle Pad, then they should just do it now. But if they're not gonna do that, if they're just gonna stick with the same type of games that they always make, redoing their first party titles, that are reliable, they know people love them.
Exactly.
Making a second Circle Pad really won't be that helpful. I mean, they've never needed it really on any of their systems.
But it wouldn't hurt anything.
It wouldn't hurt. Now, here's the thing. It would
hold on.
It would have been great to have 2 Circle Pads. The problem was that
that's all I want to hear.
First place, Nintendo fucked up in the first place. They didn't think that they would need dual analog control on a handheld device, okay? They didn't know that Capcom would come to them and be like, bro, we kind of need this, otherwise, we're going to fuck off to the Vita, and they'll probably give us a nice deal over there, because they have 2 dual sticks and things and stuff.
Yeah. It's a real gaming system.
So they screwed up in the first place on multiple things. The price point of the original 3DS, the design choice on the 3DS, and not having a second Circle Pad. Because they did that, they've pushed themselves into a corner whereby they cannot update the model until a new hardware is released, okay? Not until they release a successor to the 3DS.
I'll tell you what I would do. If they made the XL with 2 Circle Pads, you know what I would do?
What would you
I would sell my 3DS and get the one with 2 freaking Circle Pads.
Okay, so what games are you gonna...
And I guarantee 1 million other people do it. If they put on another Circle Pad, that would open up the door for so many other awesome games that need 2 Circle Pads.
Okay,
that's
so
all I'm saying.
Shooters, right? Shooters, because let's be honest here, those are the only games that require dual analog control.
Not necessarily shooters, but any first-person game ever.
Well, I mean, but what kind of first-person game which isn't a shooter would be on a 3DS? Because I doubt that anything like Skyrim's going to be on a 3DS. That seems pretty retarded, if you ask me.
Yeah, why not open up the market, like a whole new market?
Well, yeah.
Nagi brings up a very valid
Nagi
point.
does a good point. Camera controls are very annoying on the 3DS, and that is a big thing. Okay, I'll concede that.
You could do that with any third-person game.
Camera controls are a big thing, but let's be honest here, Nintendo have been able to make their games for many years.
Pokemon Snap, that's really valid.
They've been able to make their games many a year without having, a second stick for camera controls.
But that doesn't mean, it wouldn't be a good thing.
No, it doesn't.
Because they can.
Okay,
essentially, I could make a console with 0 analog sticks and just a D-pad.
No.
The 2 D-pads. That doesn't make it a good idea. I could probably sell games with it too.
Yeah, sure. But the problem here, as I've said multiple times, is they cannot do okay, so yes, there's lots of problems. The main one
I understand what you're saying, that you're gonna piss off a lot of people who bought the first gen 3DS.
Mm.
Yeah, but let's face it, they have a good standing with GameStop.
It's a new system with 2 Circle Pads.
Exactly. They have a good
Nick has a great
standing with
idea.
GameStop anyway. You could tell them, yo, you come to GameStop, we'll take your 3DS and your Circle Pad, and you'll get, money off your 3DS XL.
Or
exactly.
use gyro controls as the second circle pad, like Nick just said in the stream. You heard me.
Fuck gyro controls, man. Fuck gyro controls. Although, having said that, Ocarina of Time 3D, gyro controls with the bow and arrow and stuff was actually really good. I enjoyed it.
That's actually the motion sensor.
That's actually the gyroscope working in conjunction with the accelerometer, Ferris, so fuck
The
you.
motion sensor.
The accelerometer. Why don't I just get my flux capacitor down? We go hit
I'm
88
supposed to
miles per
say
hour.
that! Oh my god, me and Sid are like twins.
Bally brings up a good point in the chat.
That doesn't exist.
He's right there! You can see him! He's typing! Fuck you! Anyway, he brings up a good point.
You know what I did?
He brings up
I
a good
caught a ghost
point.
Pokemon and I named it Valley because it doesn't exist.
Okay, fuck you. It brings up a good point because lots of people are confused as to what happens when you have your old 3DS and moving your stuff across to a new 3DS. You can do that if you have a 3DS which is an ambassador model, so you have all the 20 games from the ambassador program.
So you can just move your ambassador program over to the 3DS XL with the circle pads?
You can do
Sounds like a good idea, Nintendo.
Fuck you.
Probably should have done that.
You can do a system transfer. You can do a system transfer from one 3DS to the other 3DS. The only problem with this, of course, is that if you wanted to trade your 3DS in for the new one, you wouldn't really be able to do that because you have to do the system transfer without trading it in and stuff because you can't really do it at the store and take it out of its box, right? So that's a little bit of an issue. But you can do it, I believe, 5 times in total. You can shift between 5 systems because otherwise people would just hack it and stupid stuff would happen and people would have all the games. But that is pretty much...
I mean, like we do with our Ace cards?
Oh, yeah. But, I mean, they've tried to be stopping that and they've had a decent go at it so far.
So as long as they don't go farther than the 3DSi XL2 with Sandwich Maker, we should be good as far as transfers go.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know what the DSi XL kind of looks like?
What?
A panini machine.
The 3DS XL is even bigger, I think. I think it might be about
all right.
the size or even bigger.
Let's stop.
But let's, in essence, if Nintendo gave it a second circle pad, they would make a lot of people angry. They would also basically
make a whole bunch of people happy.
They would force themselves to essentially give a free Circle Pad Pro to everyone in the...
No, they wouldn't!
Yes,
you tell them to fuck themselves and buy the new system. Because they will. They will.
They would not do that because they've angered people far too much on that system.
Okay, if they put a Circle Pad Pro on the new DS XL, you wouldn't buy it?
He confirmed there is a giant battleship on which you sit your 3DS XL, which is a Circle Pad Pro.
You wouldn't... I know, I'm not that. I mean, if they had a second Circle Pad on the DS XL, you would not buy it.
No, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't buy... Look, okay, I would not buy it for the simple reason that I do not find in games that I enjoy and that games...
Would you ever buy another Nintendo product?
Of course I would.
Then you're not that pissed off about it.
No, I'm not pissed off about it. I'm just saying that there are far too many people who think that putting a Circle Pad onto the new system is a simple thing that will not hurt Nintendo in any way and will not cause any issues, where it will cause a lot of problems.
It would bring in a whole new market.
It would not bring in a whole new market. The people who belong to that market already own a Vita, and there are not a lot of them, I'll tell you that.
They would bring in a whole new market if they made the one with the 2 circle pads, and then they also started making more innovative games to go with that.
Yeah, and they
put
would.
A circle pad, and they didn't do anything with it from a first-party perspective.
We all know the Vita sucks. Everyone would just jump ship.
I don't think so. I think...
Fuck you.
I think that,
yeah, the Vita's a great system with a really great game library. Sorry, I couldn't keep a straight face.
They're working on it.
They are
working. Alright.
Anyway, moving on.
We'll just have people who watch the VOD decide.
Too much
shouting. Leave a comment below. Who's right? Me or MBZ?
Gets heated in this podcast.
Oh, by the way, MBZ, Nick says that Bally is as real as Hopip's move pool.
Okay, cool.
Oh!
Hopip actually has a move pool, so technically he's just being an idiot.
Alright, Splash.
So,
okay,
you guys
I heard that Sony bought something.
Oh, I was going to do
Okay, you go ahead.
I'm just because while you guys were bitching, I was just looking at the Steam summer sales, and because we had a topic to do with
sales.
Steam. Yeah. By the way, summer sales are fucking sweet. You should go check them out. But Steam, for those of you who have not heard yet, they have created something called the Greenlight program, which will allow Steam users to decide what games are going to be up on Steam next. So it's kind of like a Kickstarter in the sense that the games have to have a description of what the game is, a short video about it, and all sorts of information, very similar to what Kickstarter does. And then the community gets to decide whether or not they want to see their games come up on Steam, which would be really cool because I've always wondered how they kind of decide what games go up on Steam, because I see a lot of free-to-play games come up on Steam all the time, and a lot of times I wonder why. But now, the fact that I have a voice that says, hey, I can decide what games are going to be on this thing that I use all the time, that's pretty cool. I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah, I mean, what's like the overall sort of cheapest stuff that's available right now?
Free.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
But I mean, like, there's always sales that go on Steam. Like right now, you can get Terraria for $2.50.
Wow. I'm pretty sure Terraria will run on my laptop, right? Right?
Yeah, probably. If you can
I don't know, what are your specs?
It's less expensive than Minecraft was. But they've got like an indie bundle right now. It's just like click it, see what comes up. With 5 games for $10. It's got Lone Survivor on there, which that 2D kind of.
Oh yeah, Lone Survivor is it's a very interesting game.
For $10, I think I would end up buying that. Portal 2 is available for $5 right now.
Wow.
Buy Portal, I think the entire franchise is, so you can get everything for. Yeah, Portal 2, $5.
Wow.
Includes all DLC and all stuff because it is a Valve game.
Yep.
So summer sales, pretty sweet.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's cool. If I had a computer that actually ran games, then yay, I'd be happy. But fortunately,
I buy Arma 2 so I can play DayZ. So, yeah. And that's actually on sale for 20% off right now too.
Oh really? Wow. That's cool.
That's what I love about Steam. There's always a sale, and one of the cool things that are going on with the summer sale right now is very similar to the Greenlight thing. They have a couple of games up, and then the community gets to decide which of those 3 games is going to go on sale. So right now the 3 games are The Witcher 2, Batman Arkham City, and Saints Row the Third, all for at least 60% off. So in the next hour, one of those games is going to go on sale if you have any interest on that.
Mm-hmm. That's very cool.
Very cool.
And
Steam is cool.
The Greenlight thing, I'm really excited for. I think it's going to be really cool.
So really cool is the consensus here, I feel. Because that's all we're saying. That's all we're saying.
What
nobody
more
wants
do you need?
Just bitch for a while? Cough, envies, and cough?
Look, okay, I was making logical argument in a passionate manner, sir. So there you go. No, but yeah, I'm not sure what else we need to really touch on this. It's just a good thing. It's cool, and it should happen.
Yeah. Leave a link in the description of the VOD, and then you guys can check it out for yourselves.
Exactly. Yeah.
Or you can just download Steam because it's on the homepage.
That's true.
Well, or you could just download Steam, or if you have Steam, just go to the homepage.
You can just go to steampowered.com, and it's all there too. But
Sony bought something, you guys.
I'm really excited about this. I think this
Sony
is really
buying things.
They didn't just buy something. They bought out a company called for $380 million. And I'm sure most of you, if not all of you, have no idea what Akai is. They are a cloud gaming service. So basically what this is going to mean is that the PlayStation Network is going to upgrade their cloud gaming service, which is going to be pretty cool. Mm-hmm. I've looked at some of the stuff that they were going to do, and I know that Microsoft was trying to buy them out, and now they can't. So this is going to be a PlayStation exclusive.
Yeah.
And we all saw at E3, if we watched the conference, the kind of new PlayStation Network kind of thing that they were talking about. Well, now I have a feeling that with this new cloud network, things are going to get even cooler than that. And the fact that, this is a pretty big company, and $380 million is certainly not a little amount of money. Mm-hmm. But they've decided, Sony has said, let's buy them out. This way we get exclusive rights to all of their stuff. And now we're going to see if, because I know if you go on it right now, they have a library of games. If you go to gaikai.com, and I don't know if all of this is just going to be 100% Sony now or what the deal is, but I'm curious to see what they're going to do. I think it's pretty interesting, and I'm pretty excited about it.
It's very kind of, I guess, what would be the word? A bit of a forewarning, as it were. I think a reason why they're doing this is partial preparation for the next console. I think it's going to be a very integral part of the PlayStation 4, the cloud sort of gaming system. And I think that this is going to be nice to sort of test run on the PS3, but it's definitely something that they have in mind for their next system. And it's probably going to give them a heavy advantage because, I mean, Gaikai were the main sort of competition to OnLive, and OnLive are the only other real company who are doing this cloud gaming thing. So Sony are in a very nice position right now, just having this company under their belt, and just getting a head start on the competition, because it does look like the industry is sort of leaning towards this sort of streaming service. It's happened a lot with the music industry, as you can kind of tell. Things like Spotify and Napster and all these sites, these programs.
Did you just say Napster, really?
Yeah, I did say Napster. Because
actually, Napster still exists?
Yeah, there are still people who use.
I was thinking.
There are still people who use it. This is just like some of my people.
Does anyone still use Kazaa or iMesh?
What? I've never heard of those.
Kazaa, but I don't use it.
I've never heard of those. But no, like Spotify.
LimeWire.
Spotify's the main one, right? Yeah, there's LimeWire. But I mean, Spotify's the main one where people basically just pay a subscription and they have music, like every music track that they could ever wish for, just on tap whenever they have an internet connection, right? Or just at home when they always have an internet connection. And it seems like just generally media and this kind of digital media is moving towards a streaming system. So,
better internet for all.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Because you can't do without better, like you physically can't have.
Exactly, yeah.
One of the things of note about this buyout is that Microsoft is trying to acquire Gaikai's direct competitor in OnLive for the 720. So Microsoft's going to get OnLive, Sony's going to get Gaikai, which means, yes, it does point to cloud services being the future, which we already kind of see a little bit more with Sony. I think their store is a little bit closer to that because they do have that Steam crossover, whereas Microsoft just has their own store.
Mm. Yeah, Sony are much more set up for it at the moment. Just because
so someone had asked.
Mm-hmm. Someone had asked.
Steam in any way, since there is.
I completely missed that. You cut out for a second.
Oh, someone asked in the chat if this buyout is going to affect Steam in any way because there is that crossover.
Right.
No.
All right.
I don't think so, because what Gaikai is the the cloud service. Steam is more about the actual purchasing of the games. I think they're more about their servers of where to store them. That's what I'm getting from this. But the coolest part of this is that rumors are now circulating about the fact that if they put this cloud service on the PlayStation 3, or at least the new slimline PlayStation models, the backwards compatibility for the PlayStation 2 will be reintegrated within the PS3.
Really?
So cool.
That's what the article is saying.
Wow.
I want this to happen very, very much. I will trade in my PS3 for the new Slim if that is the case, because I want to play my PS2 games once again without going out and getting a new console. Mm-hmm. So,
wow, that's really good news, actually. I mean, you can pick up PS2 games much cheaper, just used copies anyway, instead of having to go through the store and pay Sony prices for them. So it's a much better thing in general.
Not to mention, a lot of the PlayStation 2 games aren't on the store yet.
Yeah, exactly. There's lots of things with licensing issues that Sony wouldn't be able to put them all up there.
What they could do is, if they could very easily just, put all their PlayStation 2 titles on, this cloud service, and whether it's, a PlayStation Plus service where they get them for free, or they get, a very good discount on it, I think that with what they've got going here, they could very easily say, why don't we put these up here, and then we can make our PlayStation Plusers more enticing to people, because, you know, there are PlayStation 2 games that I don't have anymore that I had to get rid of that I would love to have again, and if I could get them, you know, for my, whatever it is, $5-10 monthly fee on PlayStation Plus and buy them for $5, I would totally be down for that.
Yeah, definitely. PlayStation Plus is really looking tasty right now, as of recent, and I'm very
Guys,
tempted.
I just still have my PS2.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. You can do that.
A PS2.
It's just kind of sitting there, so I think it's quite dusty.
Yeah, it's probably gonna kick the bucket eventually, but while you still have it, there's no need to try and upgrade to PS3.
Well, I mean, I do have the PS3 Slim, so I mean, I'm set either way. But you know, just saying.
Wait, so you have a PS3 model that plays?
I think it will only be the
Yeah, I
next
think so.
model of the PlayStation.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah,
If I recall correctly, they're bringing out another one.
Yeah, my model of the Slim doesn't play PS2, it only plays PS1.
Mine doesn't.
That's
mine
still
plays
cool,
it as
though.
well. But I mean, I know that they're coming out with new ones, so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good time.
Or they could just say, you know what, screw it. They could probably patch that in an update, I would think.
Yeah, most likely. So,
Did you know?
yeah.
Jim Zams, you're completely right. I love GOG, and if they ever did that, I would just subscribe instantaneously.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, are we done with that thing? I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
We've
Overall consensus is it's pretty cool.
We've rattled through this quite quickly, I feel.
Yeah. Time crunch, baby.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah.
That's what happens with disaster work.
Yeah, exactly.
How about that leaked info really quick?
Yeah, we could talk.
Sure,
sometime.
let's go for that. And just
Let's go with that.
before we dive into that, if you have questions, then you can
For
ask.
comments, or you just want to tell MBZ how stupid his haircut is, add McBoss on Skype and we'll bring you into the call. We can only take a few because we have to end
Time
this.
constraints, baby.
Yeah.
Alright, so while you guys add McBoss on the Skypes and stuff to ask
And
this question,
while Nagi figures out his question, because we all know it's going to happen.
I'm gonna hang up. Anyways, so I'll just give you a quick rundown of the leaked information about the Xbox 720. Apparently, the console will be 6 times as powerful as Xbox 360, which is crazy. Their price point is going to be $299 for the unit, and hallelujah, Blu-ray supported. So now I don't have to worry about ever having a PS3 again or a PS4.
Fizz, don't forget, you get the Kinect with it as well, Fizz.
Hey, you do.
Oh, you get the new Kinect. There's a
You know
new
what?
Kinect.
Fuck you. There is a new Kinect. The 720 will support 3D via Kinect 3D glasses in your face. Now, and the Kinect 2.0 will be launching in 2013, as will this new system. They both have a 2013 release date, and the Kinect 2.0 will come with better play space, a dedicated processing, and improved tracking. And there's more. The server processing unit will deliver backwards compatibility with the Xbox 360 title. So that's good. And apparently, they also leaked that the Wii 2 or the Wii U will be priced around $249.
Which I have no idea how they could know that, but okay.
Because they're gods. And it's very neat because I like
they
the fact that
they
you
go to
only have
real
to pay
gaming
$50.
websites,
Yeah.
MBZ.
Wow, okay. Jesus.
Now, so that's pretty much covers everything really quickly. I'm excited. I would definitely like to pay $299 for a brand new system. That's sexy as shit. The only thing that worries me is it doesn't say what kind of hard drive, if any, it comes with. And so that means you're probably going to pay $299 for the system alone.
Yeah.
And if
The very
you get a hard drive at all,
Microsoft you in the ass kind of market.
Microsoft
If you get a-
tiered system.
if you get a hard drive at all, it'll probably be the 4 gig that we've seen before, or you just won't get one. And then you'll probably have to drop another $100 on a decent sized hard drive to play some games.
Pretty much.
So-
It'll most likely be about
But still-
400.
But still, $400, not that bad.
For a next-gen system that's apparently 6 times as powerful as the 360, a very, very aggressive price point, I feel.
Let me just say, I came in my pants.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure how they're going to be able to cover costs on this.
In his pants. Oh,
lol. Moving on. I'm not sure how they're going to be able to sort of
turn profit.
Yeah, like I mean,
are
they going to do the same thing?
Turn a profit.
Are they just gonna?
Everybody and their dog will buy one at that price.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it makes sense to the point at which they're gonna have to be making their money back on the software, obviously, and not. I mean, Nintendo are really the only company which make money on their hardware. Both Sony and Microsoft didn't really make a huge amount of money on their actual hardware unit. It was the software that really is the kicker for them. But I guess that makes sense. And I mean, pricing it at that range is not like it's not the sort of same thing we had back in the day with the PS3, and it's like $600, $599.99.
$599.99 and then $699.99.
Yeah,
there were 600 and 700.
That was the worst Sony press conference of all time, with Kaz Hirai saying for only $599.99, and everyone's jaw dropped. There was also the press conference where giant.
Holy shit!
There's also the giant enemy crab press conference. That happened then as well.
And the funny thing was that I don't think they had much of a profit margin on each system sold because of how powerful the machine was.
Yeah.
And so they didn't sell that many also.
Mm-hmm.
With this, I think they're going to turn a hefty profit pretty quickly because
they know
awesome.
They need to sell X number at this price to turn a profit, and I think they know at $300, which is the price of a PS3 or a 360 right now, that they'll get to that X mark, no problem. You're going to have GameStop and all of these companies saying, "Yo, bring in your old console, we'll give you $50, $100 off, whatever." Boom, $200 now, and you're laughing.
They might need to be able to sell a bit more software than they would have, mainly because they included Kinect with this bundle as well. And if you don't remember, Kinect actually costs quite a significant amount of money, and this is an improved Kinect that comes with the system.
By default, they will sell more software.
Yeah,
because you're going to have to buy something.
They will sell the software, but they're going to have to sell a bit more than they would have to if they hadn't included the Kinect in the package. Just by doing that, they're just sort of amping up costs a bit more and sort of.
But they will be also selling more consoles because of the price point, and by more consoles you sell, the more software you sell.
Yeah.
Because it's we're not including Wii Sports.
Yeah.
You have to buy a real game. So
Wii Sports,
and at least one. There you go.
I'm not going to get into this, but Wii Sports is perhaps the most influential game of this entire generation.
I'll admit I like Wii Sports.
Yeah. Anyway.
Okay. So
they have sparkly ball and bowling.
Yeah.
Yes.
Technically. Yeah. Ferris is a man. Yeah.
Minus pink.
Yeah.
Okay. So there you go. Anything to add?
So at this point, I think that we're going to take calls. So if anyone, Nagi calls.
I already know what Nagi's question is. Too.
I don't know, but let's start adding people, McBoss. If you want to ask a question to our lovely faces, then you can add this guy, McBoss, spelled as I spell it in the chat on Skype. Add him on Skype, and then ask him your question, and he will add you to the call, and we can ask you questions, and it will be fun. So, there we go.
Make sure that you either have headphones in or your stream muted.
Yes, I agree.
Yes,
hello.
please.
Hi, Nagi.
Hi, Nagi.
How's it
What's
going?
up, brother?
So,
hey, Nagi.
Hey, Fizz. Well, anyway, my question is, what are your guys' opinions on the design of the Wii U Pro Controller?
The Wii U Pro Controller, okay. So this
You've seen it, right?
Yeah, this is the essentially the classic controller Pro for the Wii U. They're sort of
the Wii 360 controller.
The Wii 60 controller, apparently, as it kind of lots of people have been saying, but it is essentially the standardized sort of third-party controller, so that you can use with all your sort of third-party games and stuff. I think it's fine, honestly. I mean, we can't really give any judgment on it until you have it in your hands and you're able to kind of, feel what it feels like and how heavy it is. And
I'll judge it.
Okay, judge. Go ahead.
What are they thinking with the joypad way up there, or the joystick way up there?
Putting ABXY at the bottom, I think is going to be a big strain for your right thumb.
I feel like it's not necessarily going to be uncomfortable, but even with my PS3 controller, which I have in my hands right now, The way I hold it, I do have a tendency to sometimes accidentally hit my X button when I'm using my analog stick.
Mm-hmm.
And I do feel like if you're reaching down for your AX, B, and A buttons, you could potentially have an issue with that, or at least I know I might.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, it just feels weird, looks weird to me. Have to reach almost halfway across the controller just to hit the Y button.
I think that people are making a much bigger deal out of this than it really deserves to be made.
I don't think it's a huge issue.
We have two separate systems of how it works. One of them is the PlayStation, where you have the two below. The Xbox has a staggered approach, and now Nintendo have put, two on top. I really don't think it's a big deal, to be honest. What's the big difference? You're just sort of using the things above. I mean, if you're playing a game like a first-person shooter, you're not using the face buttons hardly at all anyway. Your main controls...
you use them a lot. Entirely.
You reload, you jump, you go through...
Look, I use
switch weapons, you crouch.
Yeah, you switch weapons, you crouch.
But you don't have your fingers on them at all times, is what I'm saying. When you're playing that sort of game, your fingers are placed on both analog sticks and on the trigger buttons. You switch your fingers down to play the face buttons when you need to use them, but up until that point, that's not going to be a big issue, right? I mean, it's not going to be a big deal. I don't really see the big hoo-ha here with it being up on top. And none of us have played it, so we can't judge it in any way whatsoever because we have no idea what it feels like.
Hey, maybe Nintendo is geniuses, and maybe they're not. I'm just saying, it looks really weird.
It looks weird, but that's just because...
And because we're used to the other things.
Exactly.
I hear you.
It's just convention, right? It was just changing convention, and Nintendo are very much known for changing convention. A lot of time they do well with it, other times they screw up horribly. But it's just...
like one circle pack.
My biggest
let's not bring this up anymore. It's going to turn into a shitstorm if we bring this up again.
One of my big things with this is I'm trying to figure out how I would hold it, and I feel like I'd have to move my palms up higher to comfortably use the controllers, which I feel would just be weird.
Right.
And long periods of time, I might get uncomfortable because now holding my PS3 controller.
Yeah.
Now I've got like 3 fingers on my trigger buttons as opposed to how I normally play. Mm-hmm. So I'm just curious. I want to actually hold one just to figure out how I would put it in my hands.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm doing what Jake is doing because it's I mean, to hit like the Y button, let's say, if you're looking at that would be the leftmost face button on the controller. Yeah. It's a bit of a stretch.
Yeah.
It really is.
I mean, I think the real reason...
It's a bit of a stretch to hit any of the face buttons, unless you...
The real reason they're doing this is simply because of the Wii U gamepad. And the Wii U gamepad, just to have, the same thing across both gamepads is the Wii U gamepad has two joysticks at the top of it. So if they were to kind of change it on this one, it would maybe make it a bit different. I don't know. I think that's the real reason why they've done it.
That makes sense.
To keep unity between the two control schemes.
I've got no issue with it. I want to hold it in my hands just to figure out. Because I feel like either my hands are going to be clumped up too much at the top, or I'm going to be stretching too much down below to get everything. And I just feel like long periods of time, it would be uncomfortable.
Yeah. Yeah, the real issue is just it's bucking convention, really, and it's just something you get used to, I guess. So.
Also, I like how this is a charger, like it's chargeable and not batteries. Like at the very top, you see like an
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it's wireless and it's chargeable, so it's just
that's good.
Usual stuff.
Well, it's obviously It's obviously wireless and charged. If you look at it, it's the exact same USB connectivity as a PlayStation 3 controller.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
there you go. That's pretty much.
I still think that the handles are kind of small.
Well, you haven't held it, so we don't know.
Yeah, again, I'm trying to compare it with a PS3 controller, which is obviously different. It's the Wii.
It might be closely related to like an Xbox controller.
It could be heavier. It could be all of this. We don't know until I hold it. Mm-hmm. And like I said, I'm trying to make a comparison with what I have. But
it's difficult to do so. But yeah, it looks interesting. We'll have to see, I guess. So there you go.
Yeah, well, thank you for your time.
No problem.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
A valued
get
listener.
the fuck out!
I will.
Okay.
It would have been a great time for boss to hang up on
Yeah.
him.
Anyway.
Alright, is there something else?
Yeah.
Alright, we got another question.
Okay.
Yeah, bring it on.
Yeah. That is an amazing
For
avatar.
the record, we don't actually hate Nagi.
No.
We don't?
Anybody actually thinks that.
Fizz does, maybe.
Well, you might.
Anyway, we're calling that.
Fart Master Man. Oh my god.
He's called before.
Okay.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Hi, what's up?
Alright.
Okay, there's...
What's up?
You got some...
You're gonna have to kill the background noise.
Yeah. I don't
Yeah,
know
I
what that
did.
is.
I did.
Okay,
It sounded like a keyboard
Good.
cat in the background.
Yeah.
What's going
No,
on?
it was my call. It was my netbook lagging a little
Oh,
bit.
okay. Alright.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Question I wanted to ask was, what games are you expecting to be on the 720? Like,
You mean like launch windows sort of stuff?
like launch windows. How do you think the launch is going to be?
Tony Hawk 87 wheelchair edition.
Yeah, no, I think...
Bruce Willis and Live Free or Die Hard 7.
I think that you can pretty much guarantee some sort of Halo something.
Yeah.
Maybe an anniversary game or something.
Probably
like
an
that.
anniversary because they wouldn't have
Halo
had
2
time.
anniversary.
Speaking of,
Let's go.
Yeah.
while we have that, there were some stuff going around about potential
A
Halo 2
anniversary.
HD
Yeah.
remakes
God.
coming out, and they said no,
Yeah.
not yet. So that could
There
be
you go.
something that they open with,
Yeah.
because I know Halo 2 is, in my opinion, the best of the Halos, but that was
It
the one I
was.
spent the most time on. So
I loved that game. I mean, it was good for multiplayer. It was good, like, same room multiplayer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that I mean, it's a no-brainer really, because they probably won't have development resources to be able to sort of, R&D for a new console and for a new AAA title is going to be very expensive and it'll take up a lot of time. I think they'll be working on it right now, but I mean, Halo 4 still hasn't even been released yet.
Yeah.
That has to drop.
I think it's going to be like, Halo CE Anniversary, where they take the same engine and then they
Mhm.
put new graphics on it.
Yeah, I mean,
and
there'll
then
be a heavy upscaling, right?
Oh yeah, it'll be like, but
oh, it won't look nearly as
maybe
good
it
as
will
the
look like the
CryEngine,
thing.
though.
And maybe it will.
No, it won't. It won't.
Fuck you. 6 times
The
more powerful.
CryEngine is much more powerful than anything that Halo has done in the past, and they're not going to change.
But hey,
the,
all I'm saying. Remember that
Yeah,
leak
would it look
info?
fantastic?
6 times
Yes,
more
but they're not
powerful?
going to be changing the development tools for an HD remake unless they really want to completely rehash the franchise. It would
Well,
be
I'm-
too different.
If-
I don't-
Yeah.
Yeah.
like, I really hope that, like, whatchamacallit, like, they don't have, like, all the stupid Kinect games where they have a terrible E3 press conference with it and they have Disney sing again.
Apart from the fact that will happen because they're Microsoft
Yeah.
and they like money, and Kinect
Good
gives them lots of money. So
I mean, I recently
Hey,
bought.
at least it's not the book.
the Wonder Book, yeah, I know, yeah, true.
Hey, the
I
Wonder Book
actually.
is
Oh, go.
it's going to be the greatest thing ever.
No.
Wait, you mean the Surface or?
I'm not being serious.
Conversation has ground to a halt. What were you gonna say?
But like, I recently bought my new Xbox,
Right.
and like, what is it like? When is this coming out? Because like,
The 720?
I'm expecting a late expecting holiday 2013 personally.
Yeah,
Yeah,
November.
Like holiday
November's
2015.
pretty standard.
Yeah.
The
They're
weekend.
saying,
If
if
we
they're saying
haven't
2013, it'll be
anything-
November.
yeah.
Yeah, we haven't heard anything confirmed from Nintendo yet. There's nothing at E3. If it came out at E3, you could expect it by quarter 2 2013. Because we haven't seen anything. You'll probably have the announcement next year, and they'll say, holiday season release for Christmas for all your kids and all that shit, or potentially early 2014. That's
Yeah,
my
I was
window,
thinking.
I would say.
I'm thinking more 2014, like first quarter 2014, because like it'll sell pretty well after that. I think.
Well, yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
but
typically,
I think
if you want
they would be better off.
typically, if you want something, if you're bringing in something huge, like a new next-gen system, you want the holiday release really badly.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if they can get
Okay,
it out
yeah.
by then, they
Yeah.
they will obviously do it. But
Well, I'm sure that they have the thing probably nearing the end of production, because when you think about it, they're just not going to come out and release it. They want to come out after the Wii U because they want to completely obliterate them, and then probably after that you'll have the
PS4.
The Sony PlayStation 4, whatever, come out, and their market will try and be, okay, we have to beat the Microsoft. And that's how, the business end of things is going to work. How do we one-up the guy before us? Well, we put out a better product after they've come out with theirs, and we try and make it competitive price.
Yeah, basically.
If the PS4 comes out, and their hardware will probably be better than the 720, but that's because of the way they do their things. If you look at the PS3 and the 360 right now, they're very comparable, but there are things that the PlayStation 3 can do that the 360 cannot, and vice versa.
Yeah.
And you'll obviously be seeing that, and I think what they'll do is say, okay, they put theirs out for $300, whatever. If they don't have a built-in hard drive, you'll probably see the PlayStation 4 come out for about $400 with one, and they'll just try and get to their market as quickly as they can, and maybe try and steal somebody else, because that's how business works. It's a terrible thing.
Mm-hmm.
It is. It's
like politics. It's all about backstabbing and lies and Zed's awful hair.
Yep. About going back to the games, I'm guessing obviously the Halo anniversary, whatever. I'm not sure quite what other first-party things they'll have lined up. They might have a Gears game somewhere around there.
Might.
I think that might be possible, but I'm not quite sure.
Just like
what
it's a little too far away to tell.
And I mean, I don't think they'll have any kind of new IP. I'm not sure that that'll be in the launch window. I'm sure that they will come out with a few new IPs.
A new IP?
Absolutely.
No.
Yeah. I'm not sure as to whether that.
You could potentially. What you'll probably see in launch window is a racing game of some sort, like a Forza.
Yeah.
Forza
5.
Because those games you can always make fucking look amazing. Like PlayStation
I know, dude.
2 racing games still.
Jesus Christ, man! I saw Forza 4, like that blew my mind. I was like, holy shit, this is awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So,
I mean,
you'll
that
see
makes
something like
sense.
that. You might see. Again, because Halo 4 comes out this year, I doubt you'll see one next year.
I mean,
obviously you're gonna have that year's Halo or Call of Duty / Battlefield is gonna be on.
Yeah.
That. That's kind of
Fable,
but I can't think. Maybe Fable. I kind of see that kind of going downhill at this point.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
They have to come
I
out
don't
with
think it.
incredible, because everything after Fable 1 was not very good.
Yeah. I mean, I saw, like, my Skyrim on my Xbox, lags a bit, so I'm, like, really hoping that, what? Yeah, it lags, like, a little bit.
My issue with Fable 2, for those who are saying, it was too short, as much as Fable 1. Anyway, you were saying, keep going.
But, like, hey, Skyrim will lag sometimes, so I'm really hoping that the power of the 720 will actually fix that and make it not lag.
They'd have to. There's no way they could put out a console. I mean, it's an issue, in my opinion, that Skyrim would lag on 360. Granted, I'm a PC gamer first and foremost. My machine can handle anything that's come out to this point. And there's no console this gen or probably the next gen that will compare with my computer because I put so much money into it. But that's just the way gaming goes. PC gaming will always be ahead of the curve because that's where the technology has to go first.
Yeah.
But if a game comes out and it lags on a 720, that will be a big issue. I do remember that. I think it was the red box on the PlayStation had a huge issue with that, and that's why things were really going downhill for Sony until Little Big Planet came.
Oh yeah, Little Big Planet.
Do you mean the orange box?
Whatever it was, I forget.
I was like,
Half-Life 2.
Like what?
Yeah, that's the orange
I had
box.
the orange. I actually.
Red box is the fucking the rent movies for like $1.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is.
I knew it existed.
You know what might fix like that lag though on your just like for a tip? You could download the game onto your hard drive of your 360.
I've been trying. I've been trying to install it, but it's still like not letting me do it, even though I have 280
Oh, that's
gigs.
a shame.
Skyrim, that game's fucking
Yeah.
huge.
It is a beautiful game though. It looks beautiful, but it's just lagging a little bit because
The,
like,
best,
it'll
the
lag.
best analogy of Skyrim to ever be said is still Total Biscuit. It is an ocean with the depth of a puddle. Game looks good, but quite frankly, it's all on the surface.
And that being said, thanks for calling.
Yeah.
There we go.
All right. Do we have more calls?
I think we should end it there.
Okay.
It's 3:00. We should do our goodbyes.
I could
kind
take
of
one
say
more
anything.
if there is one more. I'm just saying.
I don't think McClough said there was one, and
Okay.
If
like I
there's
said,
anyone, no one wants to call. No one likes us
no,
anyway.
All right,
let's
then.
just. If there's anything you just want to plug coming out in the next week or two, because I don't know when we're gonna do another one.
Yeah.
Go ahead and plug that. You can be out here in the next 10 minutes or so that way Fizz has some time to get ready for work if he needs
No,
to.
I'm ready, baby.
He's ready to
I'm
go.
ready to walk out the door.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
Huh? Oh, me. Hi. So I do stuff. I don't know what I'm going to be doing. Probably the usual bullcrap that I shit out every day. And I think the biggest.
Here's the actor.
The biggest thing I have to say is that I actually changed my Twitter handle so that it's easy for people to find me now. I changed it from my LP channel name, which is just difficult to spell out, to just Lord MBZ. So if you want to follow me on Twitter, just Lord MBZ, at Lord MBZ. It's much easier for me to say to people, and it's probably easier for you to find me now. So there you go. That's a nice thing.
I'm gonna follow you right now.
Facebook, you already follow me, you fuck. Facebook.com/LordMBZ.
Change your handle. You don't need to make a new one.
And, yeah, that's it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't make a new one, I just changed my handle.
Got it.
So if you're already following me, you're already following me, and you'll just notice that it's changed. But for new people, basically. That's the nice thing about Twitter, you can actually change your thing instead of...
You can do that on Tumblr, too.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, you're cool.
So
You
that's...
just cannot. It would be too hard to do on YouTube, which sucks, because now I know that I can get rid of the 21 in my name, but there's no point.
Yeah, it's a problem. So there's that. That's what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm not sure when we'll do another one of these, but probably before August, right? But August 1st.
Oh yeah.
August 1st, I'll be starting Uncharted 3 on my channel, so you can check that out and stuff. Yeah.
We hope we'll do one before August.
Yeah, we hope.
Yeah.
Anyway, go Fizz.
Okay, so I'm in the middle of the quest for a new laptop and a new Xbox. So soon, I don't know when, but when I spend all this money, everything on my channel is going to evolve into a Tankmon. And so until then, I will be doing the typical things. I will probably talk about doing a Konami Code episode, then I will not do it. I will be reading comics. I will be playing the PS3. I don't have anything new per se, really. If you follow me on Facebook, there's all kinds of information there about stuff I do. I started doing exclusive videos for the Facebook crowd. I did one like a month ago, so that's starting to do that.
That was Call of Duty, right, with me.
Yeah. So,
Now it's not special. Now they can't be like, oh, well, I don't have to go
I will do
like
more,
him on Facebook, 'cause I know.
specifically just for the Facebook crowd. It remains private, so you will only get it if you're a Facebook fan of mine. So my Facebook is Facebook/FizzStardust. Twitter handle is LFizz, which is ELFizz. And then you can always follow me on Tumblr and find disgusting things that I'm into. It's at thefizz.tumblr.com. And I think that ought to cover everything for now.
Dun-dun-dun.
Hey Ferris, before I go, do you have anything you want to plug this right on your now?
I guess my channel, because
NBC Spot.
I make videos and stuff. Creator of Epic Wheel Time, TM. And,
Yeah.
so, I don't know, that's all I really got. Subscribe if you want.
What
I make
is your
videos,
channel?
I enjoy it. If you enjoy it too, that would be even better, so
If they don't enjoy it, they're communists. But what is your channel?
Ferris Wheel 32, all one word, spelled like it sounds. 32.
Spelled like it sounds. 32. Oh.
That's
right,
actually
so
his whole
for me-
thing. It's Ferris 32, spelled like it sounds, all one word, 32.
It's Ferris Wheel 32.
It's a
you
really long
stupid
name.
fuck.
All one word, spelled like it sounds, 32.
Okay. For my channel, there's an H in wheel. But for me, like I said, I just moved into my new apartment. I have to upgrade my internet soon. I have to go get a router today. So I'm glad that we're kind of wrapping things up. But you will see some old stuff coming back. I'm not going to say exactly, but some of the old stuff's coming back. I am currently working on a League of Legends video that goes really in depth. And then I was fortunate enough to catch... Huh?
I said in before League of Legends with Fizz.
No. It's I'm pinning 2 characters in mono e mono and see which one comes out on top.
Nice.
And then I was fortunate enough yesterday to get 3 tournament games spectated. So I will actually be putting that best of 3 up on my channel in the next week to 2 weeks, depending on how long it takes for me to get stuff recorded and things of that nature. And then once I get myself my internet upgraded, which I have no idea when, because my internet provider had like a fire, and so I can't even call them up right now. It's not funny. It's apparently actually
so weird. It's so
Yeah.
weird.
But what we might do is I might end up doing some more League of Legends with Fizz, and
Yes.
hopefully it'll work really this time, and I'll put that on my channel because that was entertaining. But yeah, right now it's mostly League stuff, and if you don't like League of Legends, you probably don't want to sub to me. But if you do, my YouTube is youtube.com/highandfiber21, and that is where these VODs go. So if you came late or you want to re-listen, you can find it there or on iTunes whenever MVZ gets it up there.
Yep.
And yeah, twitter.com/highandfiber, and that is it for me.
And that is us. So, yeah.
Thank you guys for watching.
Thanks for being here. Thanks for staying with us.
We'll try and give you guys some warning before we do the next one.
Yeah, we'll try.
Because
Kind of jumped.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But until next time, this has been me and him and him. Yeah.
And fair.
Cue the dun 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 dun.
All right.
Dun, dun, dun,
Dun,
dun,
dun, dun, dun.
Bye.
And we are done.
Bye.
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 Bum 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 bara bara bum 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 bara bara bum 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 dun 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 use this as outtakes. That'll be good.